That has to be, that's a great band name. You should, yeah.
Twilight Sparkle? Featuring, yeah. Alright guys, so we're gonna be talking to you today about body language. First, you guys did a very great job in your presentation. I like that a lot, so it's gonna be hard to follow. So good job on that. Okay, so I'm gonna hand this off to Michael so he can start us off for us.
Okay. 3 minutes.
You got it, you got it.
If you are, if you're a living being on this planet, no matter if you're a human or an animal, then you are, simply put, a spectrum of expression.
Ooh.
In any given day, you give out more expressions than you suspect you would in a given lifetime. There was a study the University of Pennsylvania did, and what they conducted was 70% of the entirety of your communication is done through the nonverbal, which means for a person who won't shut up, who keeps talking, that's not the majority of their communication, just like how it goes for all of us. Most of it's communicated through these micro and macro expressions. What is body language? Yes. The gestures, movements, and manners by which a person or animal communicates with others. You know the blowfish?
Yeah.
They blow to intimidate their enemy, you know, Finding Nemo, you know, they blow. I like to see it as the mute orator, a medium which expresses what words cannot. In the business communication textbook, it's a quote that if y'all got on, y'all probably would have seen this. Before we even talk, our body language communicated our thought and feeling. Before we're even aware of what our thought or feeling is, our body language communicated like it's some kind of a wizard, okay, or a ghost. It's something that we hold on to. It's something that becomes our shield. How many of you have seen Breaking Bad before?
Oh, live it.
Okay, is the
Not
old
living.
guy named, the old Hispanic grandfather, his name's Hector Salamanca, right? He couldn't talk, but you got what he was saying because of his face. From micro expressions to macro expressions, especially in the fourth season of the season finale of the
Yeah.
Awesome show.
It was a great show. I'm watching the last season now.
Yep. If you don't watch it, you need to watch it.
Yeah. And something that you notice too with Walter White, and really just with anybody, he's very calm whenever he's stuck in a low-stakes situation. Whenever he's put into this high-stakes situation, which is now the entirety of season 5, he gives more gestures. Colgate University did this study which gave this graph, and I'm not going to get into the particulars of this graph, but what you see.
Oh.
Yeah. High stake, low stake. Higher number, lower number. It's almost as if we try to grab onto any reason that can allow us to comprehend what it is we're currently facing. For example, I want you just to imagine for one moment what you look like whenever you're in your room chilling. Okay? Chances are you're just chilling. But now imagine if you're up in the middle of the night writing an essay that's due in 10 minutes and you haven't even got started studying for the 3 tests that you have tomorrow, and if you don't pass these tests, then you're going to fail that semester. What do you see yourself doing now? You're probably like tumbleweed. You're just going all over the place. Okay. Our experiment was to figure out how people would respond to our gestures, to what we would do. I made this. This is campus. This is me. This is blue-eyed Cameron. Okay. This is Matthew. Okay. This is Zach with his hat, and this is our experiment. Okay. Victim A. All right. What we did, Cameron had to stay out because, I mean, look at him, he's tall. And I stayed out because, I just did. I did a couple, but mainly it was Zach and Cameron. Matthew. They went to a different school. So what we would do is they would walk up to people masqueraded with these different postures, big or little, together or separate. And some people responded to that earlier than others did. And they have a testimony that's rather quite interesting, so I'll kick it off to...
Okay, so...
Look, Jesus is going to give us his testimony.
So,
I had to.
I would like you two guys to stand right here. I'm just showing y'all what me and Zach experienced. So I'm gonna cuss. So I'm just letting you know. Just in case,
Oh,
'cause
darn.
I just need to express how. Okay. So me and Zach, I saw these group of girls, and I'm like, Zach, let's just walk through these group of girls. Let's just walk right through them. He said, okay. So we're here, right? We're facing this way. These girls are over here, like they're walking this way. So we made it obvious. I'm sorry, I'm about to cuss. We made a big ass turn, right? Like huge turn, and we just walk with like just confidence. Body language is showing that we're not moving, and we walk in the middle of like their circle, and the girls say sorry.
Oh.
Yeah, the girls say sorry to us, and I kind of felt bad because like we walked into their little group, but like they said sorry because of our body language that
Yep.
we're giving off to them.
That's the truth.
So
It's a great clock building, though.
Thank you.
all right,
Just 10 minutes.
there's my Bible. All right. So how to read expressions. So the number one thing that I do all the time, and I think a lot of people do, is they fake smile. I do a lot of fake smiling. Yeah, do a lot of fake smiling, and how you can like tell that is you really can't. It's the hardest thing to identify in the body language, and we really fake smile because like I guess we're supposed to. You feel like you have to, and when you're in an uncomfortable situation. But when you're actually real smile, your eyebrows, your eyelids, and your whole face, it goes upward. So there's that I found pretty interesting. Arms. This one's interesting. All right. So arms. So when you're happy, are you like this? Like, are you closed off when you're happy? Like when I found out I was going to go see Chance the Rapper, my arms were never closed. Now they'll be like this. It'll be outward, like this. 'Cause I'm so excited. And I told my mom like, hey, I'm gonna go see Chance the Rapper. Like, I'm like this. I'm not saying, hey, I'm gonna go see Chance the Rapper. No, I'm not gonna do that. So when you're more happy and excited and interested in something or someone, your arms are gonna be more bigger and outwards. So that's pretty cool. So your torso is like the shoulders, your belly. So when you're in a relationship with somebody, and you're mad at them, you turn your shoulder like this sometimes, like because you're denying access to right here because you don't like them right now. You're mad. When you're mad at someone, you kind of just turn your shoulder off. You don't want to allow all this out. So, but when you're actually in an intimate relationship and like you're comfortable with the person, you open up. You open up your shoulders, open up your torso, because you feel more comfortable, and your legs are more straight because you know where you're going. You like the person that you're with, so you want to give them all your attention. So that's pretty cool. That's Charles Gambino, if y'all don't know, and that's one of my favorite artists, Frank Ocean. So I had to use him for the torso. All right. So examples from pop culture. This is all me. I'm sorry. So in this very picture right here, we got some Power Rangers. Can you guys tell who the leader is?
The red one.
Y'all think the Red Ranger,
I'm
right?
thinking the guy in the back.
You're thinking the guy in the back, right?
Yeah.
It's actually the guy in the back.
Oh, it is.
Yes,
Sweet.
it is
I
actually the guy in the
think
back because he's
yeah.
more towering over, and
Mhm.
and Red Ranger may be in the middle, but he was the leader before. But now since he came in the picture, he kind of just like took a back seat. And that's why he's on his knee.
Yep.
White Ranger's more towered over everyone, showing that like, okay, I'm the leader now. So,
And look, they put the women in between, and the women are inside, and they're being protected by all the alpha males.
yeah. So
We can't even win Power Rangers.
So in this picture here, we got my favorite person of all time, Chance the Rapper.
That's right.
He's showing really, really big expressions because he just won his first Grammy. So, I mean, he's very excited. I was very excited. I was like this too when I saw him win the Grammy. So you can just tell by his arms. Like, look at his arms. He's not excited like this. He's out like this. And then you can tell by his face. He was so happy. He was so happy. I think he was saying, "Glory be to God." It was a great day. Great day. I think he won 3.
Hey.
So, yeah. I'm going to now pass it off to Zach, and he's going to give you more about body language.
Yes, sir. All right.
Oh, wait, my bad. I'm not. I forgot one thing.
Scare me a bit.
I forgot about this picture of Kanye West. I thought this was funny. His body language, I'm so sorry, Zach. His body language, you can just tell that like he's really not interested in the interview that he's in.
Yeah.
He's very slouched, but again, that's Kanye being Kanye. So, yeah, now I'm going to give it back to Zach. All right, you're good now. I got no more, I promise.
Kanye has issues.
All right.
Oh, wait. Just kidding.
All right. So I'm gonna talk to you guys something that I want you all to know. This is called embodied cognition. This is a branch of psychology that is, I guess it's in the reverse of what my group has been talking about so far. So far, what we've been talking about is how your mindset and like what you're truly thinking can be exposed through your body language, through micro gestures or macro gestures. So those things that you're thinking that you're not really saying, they're showing no matter what. So this is going in the opposite direction. This is embodied cognition. Now what this is, this refers to how it's just the opposite. So it's a two-way road between your thoughts being portrayed through your actions, but instead your actions portraying to your mind. So what this means, for example, if you were to force yourself to act in a certain way, to have proper posture, to have your chin up all the time, with your chest puffed out and your shoulders back, you're more likely to have a more confident attitude towards life. There are certain gestures that portray this. Pardon me. Certain gestures, so like smiling. So it's not just a natural thing. Of course, it's a natural thing that happens when you're happy or excited. You smile. It's normal. So take it the other way. If you force yourself to smile, what that can do, it can cause the neurons of mirroring in someone else's mind. What that would do is cause them to smile back at you. So you being happy, quote unquote, would make them happy in a sense. What that can also do, it lowers stress as well. So it's something that is, people say, smile more often because it really will help. Another one of those things is slouching. It can deplete your energy if you do it throughout the day. If you just constantly slouch in, you're gonna feel a lack of energy and not gonna have as much spunk as you would if you force yourself to have a better posture. It also encourages laziness if you slouch. So it's just, you probably shouldn't do it. There's a thing called mirroring. What mirroring does, what it is just mimicking what someone else's body language is doing. So if, say, my boss, who I'm giving an interview from, if they're looking at me and like they do this, then I'm also going to do this. Like I'm just going to mimic what they do, just so it fosters like rapport between each other. But it also creates empathy. It helps empathy form so that they feel more connected to you and that they understand you better. Another thing that's just it's a little bit silly, but it makes a whole lot of sense. It power poses. So if you force yourself, like look at yourself in the mirror every morning and just like power pose it in the mirror and like get confident eye contact with yourself, that can help create more confidence. It also it boosts testosterone by 20%. It lowers the stress hormone cortisol, which is just a wonderful thing. Like so if you like suffered from depression or something, just do things. The little thing is like do poses in the mirror, smile at yourself, tell yourself you're hot or something. It really will have an impact on your mentality. And so having an impact on your mentality, it's a cycle. So if your actions are portrayed, if your thoughts and your mindset is portrayed through your actions, if you take that a step further and let your actions portray what you want it to portray, then it'll therefore create a cycle of you having more confidence, you being more proud of things that you do, and therefore just creating a constant cycle of you becoming a better person and a more successful person. So the next slide is just the implications of what that has towards us as students. I don't know what happened, but there was words there. There were words there.
Wait, you can kind of see them. Oh, there they go. Okay, they just meant to show up later. Good.
Okay, I didn't do that. Anyway, so the implications to us as students or as people who are becoming successful in life, who are just trying to achieve something, it's the same thing, basically what I've been talking about this entire time. It's you want yourself to be successful. So for that to happen, you have to have that mentality. It's like being an alpha. Being an alpha is, in a sense, being successful. For that to happen, you have to have that mentality for it. And it's hard to force your mentality to be a certain way if you weren't raised a certain way or if you didn't force yourself as a kid or something. So force yourself now. Force yourself to go that extra step and portray yourself as something you want to be. I always say that you should want to look at yourself in the future and say, oh, I want to be like him, or I want to be like her. Be proud of who you can be in the future. So just believe in yourself. You believe in yourself, everything will come in together. So you just have to go that extra step and be the bigger person in your own world. That's all I have to say. Cameron, take it off.
All right.
Thanks, man.
How does situational context affect your body language? what you say relies on your body language. Now you may be thinking, what I say is what I say, right? Well, if you're telling a lie and you're starting to laugh, obviously you're lying. If you're trying to be truthful with it, they're gonna know. It all depends on your body language and how you're looking whenever you're talking to somebody. Right?
Yeah.
Exactly, since no one else wants to answer. Okay, I challenge all of you to go out today when you leave this class to stand tall, pull your shoulders back, walk with power, and have confidence, just like this lady right here. You can act like one
Nobody's
too
gonna
if
mess
you
with
want
her.
to. You know what I'm saying? Walk like her.
All right, gentlemen, I want you to, no, never.
I don't remember your name, sorry.
Jasmine.
Jasmine. Walk like her. Exactly.
There you go, see, that's when she's alpha.
That's it, that's all I have.
That's all you have? All right. All right, guys. We want to thank you for giving all our attention, and thanks.
Yay!